Muscle growth, also known as hypertrophy, is a complex process involving numerous physiological adaptations. While many factors contribute to this phenomenon, one variable stands out as a critical driver of muscle development: time under tension, or TUT. TUT refers to the duration a muscle remains under strain during a set of resistance training. This simple yet powerful concept has revolutionized our understanding of how to optimize training for muscle growth and strength. In essence, time under tension dictates the amount of work performed by the muscles. By manipulating the duration of tension, we can influence the signaling pathways responsible for muscle protein synthesis, the process by which muscles repair and rebuild themselves after exercise. We'll be explaining scientific evidence supporting the importance of TUT, exploring groundbreaking studies that have shaped our understanding of this crucial training variable. We will examine the impact of different TUT protocols on muscle growth, strength development, and overall training outcomes. In 2012, Nicholas A. Burd and his team conducted a landmark study that shed light on the relationship between time under tension and muscle protein synthesis. Published in the prestigious Journal of Physiology, their research investigated the effects of varying TUT during resistance training on muscle protein synthesis rates. The study involved young, resistance-trained men who performed unilateral leg extensions. The participants were divided into 3 groups: a low-load, high-repetition group, a moderate-load, moderate-repetition group, and a high-load, low-repetition group. All groups performed the exercise to momentary muscular failure, ensuring that the total TUT was equated across conditions. Muscle biopsies were obtained before and after exercise to assess muscle protein synthesis rates. The results were striking. Despite significant differences in load and repetitions, all 3 groups exhibited similar increases in muscle protein synthesis. This finding suggested that time under tension, rather than load or repetitions alone, is a primary driver of muscle protein synthesis. This groundbreaking study provided compelling evidence that manipulating TUT can effectively stimulate muscle growth regardless of the weight lifted. Building on the foundation laid by Burd's research, Brad Schoenfeld, a renowned expert in hypertrophy training, conducted a comprehensive meta-analysis in 2017 to further investigate the impact of repetition duration on muscle growth. Published in the Journal of Strength and Conditioning Research, this meta-analysis examined 20 studies that compared the effects of different repetition durations on muscle hypertrophy. Schoenfeld's analysis revealed a clear trend. Training to failure, regardless of repetition duration, resulted in significantly greater muscle growth than training to non-failure. Training to failure refers to performing repetitions until it is impossible to complete another repetition with proper form. This finding highlighted the importance of pushing one's limits during resistance training to maximize muscle hypertrophy. The meta-analysis also found that shorter repetition durations tended to produce slightly greater muscle growth than longer repetition durations. However, this difference was relatively small, and both repetition ranges were effective for stimulating hypertrophy. Schoenfeld concluded that training to failure is crucial for maximizing muscle growth, and that repetition duration should be individualized based on training goals and preferences. While time under tension encompasses both the concentric and eccentric phases of a repetition, research suggests that the eccentric phase may play a particularly important role in muscle growth. In 2021, Assis-Pereira and colleagues published a study in the European Journal of Applied Physiology that investigated the effects of different tempos on biceps hypertrophy. The study involved 29 resistance-trained men who were randomly assigned to one of 3 groups: a fast tempo group, a moderate tempo group, and a slow eccentric group. All groups performed bicep curls twice a week for 8 weeks, using a load that allowed them to reach momentary muscular failure within 8 to 12 repetitions. The results showed that the slow eccentric group experienced significantly greater increases in bicep muscle thickness compared to both the fast and moderate tempo groups. This finding suggests that emphasizing the eccentric phase of a repetition by performing it slowly and controlled can enhance muscle growth. The researchers hypothesized that the increased mechanical tension and muscle damage induced by slow eccentrics may contribute to this effect. In summary, time under tension is key. Don't feel the need to ego lift or do tons of reps. Just apply these principles. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.